Today's horoscope, Scorpio March 17, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Today's transits can seem to nudge you to step just a little out of your comfort zone. However, the moon spends all day tucked in your solar house, and you may need extra time and space for rest and reflection. The desire to learn new things, share, debate, or connect can nevertheless be compelling, and you can struggle with two very different drives and needs. Once you manage to prioritize relaxing, renewing, and recharging and truly resign yourself to it, you may very well convince yourself that there's plenty of time to share your ideas, and you'll be far less distracted and far more rested when you do. Focus on the things that truly mean something to you right now. Today will feel like you've awoken and you have no idea where you are. You may even feel like you're not even sure how you ended up here. This is because mental Mercury, the planet of the mind, is beginning its backward slide but is now frozen in the skies above. This Mercury retrograde phase is known as the storm. In the weeks ahead, you could be particularly disoriented as you review, reassess, and deal with situations from the past. However, the very beginning and end of all retrogrades tend to be the most challenging periods, so give yourself and others a piece of grace. The Sunday scaries are hitting pretty hard today. Take a deep breath since the moon in Libra will square Mars in Cancer and oppose Chiron in Aries. You might feel more stressed than usual as your work week begins. There might be some projects, interviews, or other situations that are ruffling your feathers. If you are feeling emotionally charged, take a step back and process how you feel before your work week begins. Try to relieve your frustration so that it does not follow you into work tomorrow. Your ability to instigate new things is well known. With the predominant energy today, you are especially tuned into a new and improved way of doing things. You will feel inspired to regenerate the old and find a fresh new way to direct your energies. To enhance this process, pay special attention to your diet. Fresh fruits and vegetables and low caffeine intake are highly recommended, as is substituting fish for red meat. If you're up late at night because of trouble getting to sleep, it might be time to consider using stress-reducing techniques. Many of us experience this kind of difficulty. It's one of the hazards of being so ambitious and energetic. Yet, without taking adequate care of yourself, especially when it comes to getting enough rest, you will burn out before you know it. On this day, don't put this area off. Read up on ways to help yourself, or visit your doctor to see what they might recommend. When the moon returns to a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart each month, it brings an invitation to slow down and make time to hear yourself think. While having the moon here over the weekend will make that easier, the moon can't move through without clashing with the planets in your busy work sector, some who have been here for decades. Those planets will always put up a fight, putting how well you know when to keep your work hat on and when to take it off to the test. However, with Mercury at a standstill in retrograde motion in your work sector, Venus already in retrograde motion here and the Sun still 4 days away, you can afford to pause. As the Sun reaches his last weekend in your romantic sector, the pressure from the recent eclipsing full moon is gone, but missing is the urgency you might expect. With Venus and Mercury, the planets of love and communication, both now in retrograde motion and on their way back to your romantic sector, the most romantically charged months of the year are still in front of you. Meanwhile, both your relationships and the communication lines continue to benefit from the same lunar eclipse. Daily Planetary Overview. Today's cosmic energy brings a wave of emotional intensity as the moon in Libra squares Mars in Cancer and opposes Chiron in Aries. You may feel like sharing your feelings is more difficult than usual, and interactions with others could feel slightly off balance. Whether you're trying to deepen a connection with someone new or feeling a sense of distance in long-established relationships, this planetary tension could make communication feel like an uphill battle. If you feel misunderstood or left out, know that you are not alone. Many people will be navigating similar emotions today. Rather than forcing connections or seeking validation from external sources, this is a powerful moment to turn inward and focus on yourself. It's easy to get caught up in the energy of wanting to be heard, understood, or reassured by others, but sometimes the best way to regain balance is to give yourself the care and attention you may be seeking elsewhere. When was the last time you truly checked in with yourself, your needs, your emotions, your personal goals? If you find that you've been prioritizing other people's expectations over your own well-being, today is a reminder to realign with what truly matters to you. At the same time, maintaining harmony in relationships is still important, especially if you want to keep things flowing smoothly in both your personal and professional life. Approach interactions with patience and consideration. This is not a day to act impulsively or let frustration take over. Instead of focusing on getting your point across or proving yourself right, take a step back and listen. Sometimes, the simple act of pausing and considering another person's perspective can diffuse tension before it even has a chance to build. There's a difference between ambition and an aggressive pursuit of success. Keep that distinction in mind, especially if you feel driven to push forward despite obstacles. On the bright side, if you are feeling particularly good today, others will take notice. Your energy is contagious, and those around you will naturally be drawn to your presence. This is a great time to put your best foot forward, especially if you've been considering making a request, presenting an idea, or seeking support for something meaningful. When your intentions are clear and positive, you're likely to be met with enthusiasm and agreement. If you've been facing challenges due to outdated conditions or systems that no longer serve you, this is an excellent time to find innovative solutions. Your ability to think outside the box and communicate your ideas effectively will be heightened, making it easier to navigate obstacles and implement necessary changes. The key is to stay adaptable and approach situations with confidence rather than resistance. Instead of fighting against difficulties, use them as opportunities to refine your approach. Direct your energy toward building something meaningful, whether that's strengthening relationships, advancing a personal project, or simply working on your own self-improvement. Don't allow yourself to be pulled into unnecessary conflicts, especially ones that drain your energy and do not lead to constructive outcomes. It's easy to get caught up in debates or power struggles, but today's energy urges you to ask yourself, is this worth it? If the answer is no, walk away with your peace intact. By conserving your energy for things that truly matter, you'll find that you can build momentum in ways that positively impact your future. Financially, this is a time to proceed with caution. If you're considering a major purchase or investment, take a step back and reassess before making any final decisions. Mercury retrograde energy is still lingering, which means the details may be overlooked, or new information could come to light later. If someone offers financial advice, don't take it at face value. Do your own research and make sure you have all the facts before committing. The more patient and informed you are, the better positioned you'll be for long-term success. As you move through today, remember that challenges are not roadblocks, they are opportunities for growth. Every moment of tension or uncertainty is a chance to refine your perspective, strengthen your resilience, and move forward with greater wisdom. If something feels off, trust that it is temporary. If a conversation feels difficult, know that clearer communication will come in time. The universe is constantly guiding you toward alignment, and sometimes, the best thing you can do is simply trust the process. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you been feeling this cosmic energy in your own life? Have you noticed shifts in your relationships, emotions, or decision-making? Drop a comment below and let's support each other through this transformative time.